Hello and welcome back to the Mallorca Edit. I'm Magdalena. If you've spent any time looking at weddings in Mallorca, you already know how beautiful they can be. The light, the stone, the sea in the distance, that part is easy to fall in love with. But today I don't want to talk about what a Mallorca wedding looks like. I want to talk about what actually happens on the day behind the photographs. Because after years of doing this, I can tell you the difference between a wedding that feels effortless and one that quietly falls apart usually has nothing to do with beauty. It has to do with whether someone is holding the details. So let's look honestly at what goes wrong when no one is. Here's the thing couples underestimate more than any other. A stunning venue tells you almost nothing about how your day will actually run. The island itself is part of the equation. The geography, the heat, the distances, the local rules. And Mallorca doesn't forgive gaps, it magnifies them. A small oversight in the morning becomes a real problem by the evening. That's not fear talk. That's just how this island works when no one is watching the moving parts. Most couples build their day like a straight line, one thing after another, minute by minute. And on paper it feels safe, organized. But a wedding is not a train timetable. It's living people. A supplier who's running late. A speech that goes on longer than anyone planned. And the moment reality shifts, a rigid schedule doesn't bend. It breaks. Suddenly there's a gap. Guests are standing around and the energy in the room just drains away. What I do is different. I don't hold a clipboard and panic when we fall behind. I read the room. If something slips, we quietly reshape the flow. Extend a moment here, bring something forward there. And here's the important part. Your guests never feel the change. The calm stays intact. That's the whole point. This next one is close to my heart because it's so often missed. You and your guests are not having the same wedding. You're living it through emotion, the vows, the faces, the feeling. Your guests are living it through logistics. Where do I park? Where's the shade? How long until I can sit down or get a drink? You'll remember the ceremony. If no one has planned their experience, they'll remember standing in 30-degree heat, waiting. So I designed the day from the guest's side of it. Not only yours, comfort, shade, water, clear direction, no bottlenecks. Because when your guests are genuinely looked after, the whole atmosphere lifts and you feel it in every photograph. And this is where a lot of weddings go wrong before they've even begun. Transport. A finca up in the mountains can look perfect in every single image and still be genuinely difficult to reach with a coach full of guests on narrow, unpaved roads. Without one person coordinating the arrivals, drivers get lost, suppliers turn up at conflicting times, and guests end up stranded at a pickup point, tired and slightly anxious before the celebration has even started. So someone has to own that rhythm. The fleet, the timing, the drivers briefed on exactly how to reach the venue. From the first transfer to the final ride home, it should simply feel handled. Predictable, safe. Let me pause here for a second. If this kind of honest look behind the scenes is useful to you, if it's helping you understand what really goes into a calm Mallorca wedding, a like genuinely helps this reach other couples planning the same thing. And if you'd like more of this, do subscribe. This is exactly what the Mallorca Edit is for, the parts of planning that no one usually explains. All right, let me show you two more. This little graph goes against instinct, so stay with me. When couples plan a longer celebration, there's a real temptation to fill every hour. Welcome party, group hike, rehearsal dinner, brunch, more. It comes from a good place. You want your guests to have everything. But look at what happens to their energy. It peaks far too early, and by the actual wedding day, everyone's running on empty. The dance floor stays quiet, not because the wedding wasn't wonderful, but because people are simply exhausted. And I want to be clear about something, because it matters to me. A longer wedding is not a better wedding. The wedding day itself is the heart of everything. That never changes. Extra days aren't an upgrade, they're a different rhythm, and only when they genuinely suit your guests and your plans. So when we do build a longer celebration, I build in rest, quiet spaces, moments to breathe, guidance on when to gather everyone and when to simply let people be. There's a belief I come back to again and again in everything I do. True elegance at a wedding is never forced. When a couple feels deeply supported, when they know someone on the ground has them, that calm doesn't stay with them alone. It spreads to everyone in the room. It's the quiet structure underneath the day that lets real joy come to the surface. That's it for this episode of the Mallorca Edit. If you're planning a wedding here, or you're simply curious about what really goes into a day that feels effortless, thank you for spending this time with me. It means a great deal. I'll see you in the next episode, where we go inside another part of this process that almost no one talks about. Until then, take care of yourselves.